So for the past day or two, I've been playing with the Sunsinger subclass. Last week, Bungie put the latest update, I believe it's 2.3, where they touched a lot of the subclasses, primarily the Sunsinger and the Hunter class in general. And I've had good games, I've had bad games, but the thing that both outcomes have in common is that the Sunsinger feels very, very underpowered. It feels at times useless. It feels weak. And I think that's the best way I could describe it. It just feels weak. What's going on, guys? My name is BlindedMarksman, and welcome back to another Destiny gameplay video. And in this video, I think it says it all, the Sunsinger subclass. A lot of YouTubers are giving their impressions, and I feel that I think I've played it enough to give my honest opinions as well. Before the update, the Sunsinger was considered overpowered, probably the best subclass in the game. That's up for debate. I'm not gonna deny the fact that the Sunsinger was overpowered. I think there was definitely some tweaking and some balancing that needed to be done to say that the Sunsinger was the best subclass in the game. Like I said, that's up for interpretation. Me personally, I didn't use the Sunsinger often. Actually, that was my weakest subclass to use. It was just something about the mobility. I wasn't crazy about it. I don't like the tanking feeling it has. Maybe it's all psyche because the setup I run with Sunsinger is the same setup I run with Stormcaller, and it just, I don't know. Maybe I feel that I could play a lot better with different classes besides the Sunsinger. Saying that, going into the Crucible today, I was live streaming for a couple hours, really trying to just broadcast the Sunsinger and see if there was any way that I could either make the class feel average at best. And quite honestly, I really couldn't. I used different types of perks, I use different setups. I use the claws of Hakara, I think that's how you pronounce it. I probably butchered it. It gives you extra melee. Didn't really see much of a difference, especially since Flame Shield also took a hit, and you know, there's about maybe like a second delay before that perk procs, so that was kind of useless to use. I used these other gauntlets, I believe they're called Sunbreakers, where the solar grenades last a little longer. I think it says it burns a little longer, I'm not too sure, but it definitely lasts a little longer. So I used that with my solar grenades, didn't see much of a difference. My opponents definitely just got away very easily. Then I tried using fusion grenades, and you know, that's just a derpy subclass. Obviously, if you want to have fun and just stick people with it, by all means go ahead and do it. So after I tweaked around with the different setups, I just went back with what worked, and that was Viking Funeral. Just the basic subclass: Viking Funeral, Firebolt Grenade, and Touch of Flame. And even though Viking Funeral took a hit and it doesn't burn over time anymore, I still feel that that's probably the best way to go. People say use Song of Flame, which makes the radiance time last a little longer. I don't think that really does much of a difference. I use that as well, and I could spam all the grenades I want, but if they're not really hitting anyone, then what difference does it make? At least with Viking Funeral, if you hit someone with the grenade, then you might be able to shoot them really quickly and kill someone that way. And with the latest update, I really feel that the Sunsinger is probably it's up there. It's probably one of the worst subclasses you could use right now. In PvE, I heard great stories about it. I heard that it really shines there, and probably that was the direction where Bungie wanted to go with the Sunsinger probably from year one. I mean, this is all speculation. I'm just just talking freely right now. But if you think about it, all the subclasses have a defensive subclass. Titan has the Defender, Night Stalker has the Hunter has a Night Stalker, and for the Warlocks, at the time before this past update, you could use all three subclasses offensively. And yes, I know for the Hunter and the Night Stalker, you could use it offensively. People use it really well offensively. But you know, that's a trait right there. You know, not everyone's gonna be really good with a Night Stalker. But with the Warlock, anyone could use the Sunsinger at the time before the update. And I feel that originally the Sunsinger was supposed to be a defensive class, a support class. And right now, I really feel that that's the direction it's at. I think Bungie got the Sunsinger back to where they originally envisioned it to be. Nothing that overpowered the Crucible. Moving forward, do I really think that the Sunsinger is going to be as dominant in the Crucible? No. The Stormcaller, the Voidwalker, those two subclasses alone are above and beyond better than the Sunsinger. Right now, the grenades are better than the Sunsingers. Their super is better than the Sunsingers. And I really don't see myself personally using the Sunsinger anymore. And it's a shame. I mean, it was a solid subclass. And you know, to be quite honest, it's just really hard to balance a particular subclass like that, especially when their super is solely focused on their grenades and their melees. If you tweak one thing on the Sunsinger, then you know you're really just nerfing the class in general. And you know, Bungie, I'm assuming they really thought this through and just felt that it was needed to balance out the Crucible. And you know, I'm all for it. I'm all up for changes. But again, I just feel like the Sunsinger is very weak, very underwhelming. The gameplay you watch in the background is probably one of the better games I've had with it. I end up with a pretty good KD. But if you notice, when I use my super, you know, there really wasn't much going on. I was just basically just spamming grenades around people. The hit detection on the grenades, or the distance that it carries now, got nerfed to the point that I honestly didn't even notice if I was hitting them or not. But you know, I think this is a good thing. I'm not complaining. I feel that this subclass balance, or nerf, if you want to call it, I think was needed. Because there was times that, you know, people would just toss a grenade God knows how far away from you, and the tracking would just hit you, and all they would have to do is just shoot you in your foot once and walk away. It was basically like a thorn, almost a thorn, but you know, a combo: frag, shoot, and then walk away, or shoot, frag, and then walk away. You know, so you know, I just want to test out the Sunsinger again. You know, this is not a subclass that I was really comfortable with. It wasn't a subclass that I solely relied on. It was actually the subclass that I used the least. But you know, going back to it just to test it out, I could definitely agree with the majority of people who are saying that it just feels underwhelming. Definitely does. But you know, that's my input. I want to just, you know, to just get that off my chest. I don't see myself going back to Sunsingers anytime soon. I'll just stick with Voidwalker or the Stormcaller. But I'm gonna end the video there. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Leave a thumbs up if you feel like the video is worth one. Comment. Let me know what you guys think about the Sunsinger. Do you agree with the nerf that they took? Or maybe you're in the opposite end. Maybe you like the balance that it got. And let me know if you're playing well fit. If you are playing, are you performing well? Does it still feel the same for you? Definitely let me know in the comment below. I'm interested in reading that. And subscribe if you haven't already. If you definitely like the content I'm providing, hit that sub button. I'll be posting up more Destiny content in the future. But again, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And until next time, peace.